want a good life, filled with highlights, and I want someone like you. I want paradise with the sunset, if I can only be with you. La 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 la, la la la, la la
I can't believe it, it's travel day.
I know, we've been counting down for this for what seems like so long, but we're up, we're going to drive into Dublin. We're going to get the kids up in a second. Head off to Dubai.
Let's go and get the kids up, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. Morning, Jakes.
Morning, Jakes. We're going to Dubai today.
No nose.
No nose. Good morning. Time to wake
Time to get
up.
up.
There's May.
There's May. She's got rainbow nails. We're
Time to wake up.
We're going to Dubai.
So that's the kids all awake, all packed up. We're going to load up the car and away we go. So excited, I can't wait. The last 24 hours have been so busy, making sure everything is packed, the fish taken into Granny's house, saying goodbye to Mickey the cat and Walt the dog, and getting them dropped off at the kennels and the cattery.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Now it's finally time to get on the way. Final checks done, kids excited, let's go. It is 2 o'clock on the dot.
We're a little bit behind. We planned to
We're
get
a little
away.
bit behind. We were planning to leave at 1:30.
We
It's
did.
not quite worked out, but we've given ourselves plenty of time. Our flight isn't until 5 to 6, and it should take, 2 hours, 15 minutes to get down. It's roughly 125 miles from our house to Dublin Airport. The sat-nav gave a time of 2 hours and 17 minutes. All I'd say is make sure that you allow extra time for any diversions and fogs, as this did end up delaying our journey a little. We parked at the Clayton Hotel Park and Fly. It's just off the M1, really easy to get to. We always shop around for the best price though. We paid €110 for 10 nights, and I always find the further advance you book, the better price you get. There's a free shuttle that runs you to the airport 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Shuttles come frequently, every 10 to 15 minutes from the front of the hotel, and it only takes 10 minutes to get to Dublin Airport. We are flying out of Terminal 1, which is a short 5-minute walk from the bus stop. When you entered the terminal and before going through security, we disposed of any liquids in the kids' air ups and flasks, as anything over 100 mils isn't allowed in your hand luggage. You can also pick up the little clear bags free of charge for any liquids that you're carrying in your hand luggage. Every single bag was pulled. Oh dear. Once through bag check, there are hydration stations offering free drinking water. This is great to top up the kids' bottles. There's also the option to pay €1 and get the plastic drinking bottles as well. There's a good selection of duty-free shops, handy for if you're going to be needing to pick anything up on your way through.
Frankfurt, Lufthansa. Less than 2 minutes. 6 1 down.
Well, there we are, Frankfurt, Lufthansa. Go to gate. Well, we've made it through security.
That was a bit of a mission. We have 5 bags and 5 carry-on bags, and all of them except one got stopped and swabbed and checked for bits and pieces in it. But the Dublin Airport security is really good. That was really fast actually. So we're 2 minutes from our gate. We're going to go and get chilled and wait for boarding for Frankfurt.
We're just coming up to the gate, and this little pub is here, all decorated for Halloween, looking really cute. You could definitely go in there for a wee beer if you were flying a bit later. or even a spot of breakfast. I thought their menus were very reasonably priced. So we are flying with Lufthansa, and Lufthansa are the second largest aircraft carrier in Europe. They're part of the Star Alliance group, which has 26 members such as Air Canada, United Airlines and Swiss Air. So this is our first time flying with Lufthansa, so it's interesting to see what they're like.
I've heard good things about them, and because it's a German flag carrier, when we went to Frankfurt, the whole Terminal 1 seems really geared toward Lufthansa and their partners, so there's loads to do there and everything will be great.
Yeah. So we made really good time, didn't we?
Yeah. Considering the fog and the diversion on the motorway, yeah. It's always pretty straightforward at Dublin. I think they do the security really well. The last time I flew, like peak time around midday on a Sunday, it was packed and it was 11 minutes through security, so it's absolutely great. Oh yes! You like the captain now? He loved it. He loved your lines. Thank you so much. You are very welcome.
Where'd you get, Noah?
Let's go here.
Pilot car.
First impressions of Lufthansa seems really good. They're really nice to the children, giving Noah a cap and Jacob and Esme age-appropriate games to play with. The cabin was clean and the seats fairly roomy. Everything was running on time, so it wasn't long before we were pushing back and making our way to the runway. Kids happy with their games and their iPads. Time to sit back, relax and enjoy the flight. Once we were up and in the air hostesses came round with free water and little chocolates, which Noah thoroughly enjoyed and took 6 of. You can see Jacob in the background having some as well. I have to admit, they were really good. There was no other food or drinks offered complimentary on this flight, but they did have an in-flight magazine where you could purchase soft drinks, spirits, wines and snacks. I couldn't believe it when we were coming in to land at Frankfurt Airport. We were actually flying parallel with a Boeing 747. I've loved 747s since I can remember. It was really sad when they went out of service with BA and Virgin, but there was one right in front of us, landed beside us, and it was really, really lovely to see. Once we landed and we were down on the ground, it wasn't long before they had us off the plane, but they did put us onto a bus that took us for what seemed like an eternity around Frankfurt Airport to get us into the terminal. It was nice to see all the different planes though. We did see an Airbus A380 and we did see a 747 up close, and the kids of course were mesmerised, especially Noah, being our little plane spotter that he is.
We're off the flight, we're now in Frankfurt. That was a nice smooth flight actually, really nice and easy. Service was good, came around with free water and chocolates and stuff. They gave the kids things on the way in to the plane, little games, and Noah got a cap, as you can see him wearing in the background. Noah is crazy about flying. He has 2 different flight simulator games that he plays on his Xbox. He knows everything about all the different planes, the different models, everything. So to get like a Lufthansa captain's cap, he's over the moon with that. So yeah, really good so far, really nice experience with Lufthansa to be honest. And we're here in Terminal 1 at Frankfurt, which is their main hub for Lufthansa. This is one of the busiest airports in Germany. Apparently this is the biggest employer in Germany. There's 81,000 people work in this airport, which is absolutely insane. So they're also the only airport in the whole world that still has one of the boards that flickers, you know, like the old-fashioned boards in airports that flickers down and tells you what's cancelled and all the rest of it, the numbers and letters flicker. It's the only airport anywhere in the world that still has that. So we're going to go and get a picture in front of that. We'll get some footage there. We're here for a few hours. We're going to chill out, go and get some breakfast, and then have a good look around. There's lots to do in this airport, which we're really pleased about, and we're just going to relax and enjoy ourselves before our next flight, which isn't until about 2 o'clock, I want to say. So we have a fair amount of time.
Coming to the terminal. Oh, this is lovely. Where? Oh, we have to get a picture. So we just had a little wine tasting session there, didn't we? What was it? Bottega?
Yeah.
Wasn't quite the one we like, was it? So we didn't buy it.
For the dry one, that was quite sweet, but you know what's also sweet? It's free.
I knew you were going to say that. There's one thing about Paul, and he hates spending money unnecessarily, don't you, babe?
It's a Lufthansa flight.
Yeah.
At 10 past 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's planned to be the gate Z25. But you need to look at the screens 1 hour before the flight when you find it either changed or still Z25.
Okay. Perfect.
So we're looking for somewhere to eat. We're also looking for the big board that flickers. It's the last one left in the world, apparently. So we're going to see if we can find that. Paul's getting excited about hot dogs.
As always, he's always excited for food.
You hold the thing, you squeeze it, like in a car, you squeeze it, and you don't see it. Thing hanging down.
Oh yeah, they're so big, aren't they? And they still offer a smoking lounge here for you smokers. Handy to know. There we go, there we go.
You see it moving, kids?
Oh yeah. Wow.
You keep looking at it, when you look, keep looking at it, change the writing.
Oh, they don't all change at the same time then?
If there's an update to 1, they'll update 1. So we came out because we want to see the big board, which we have seen, but we'll put some footage in of that. We need to come and get some between. We're in a bistro in the middle of the terminal.
There is Bistro Airport Frankfurt.
So you can order alcohol at any time, but you have to wait 20 minutes before you can order a pizza.
And Jacob wanted pizza, didn't you,
but we do have a nice chocolate muffin to keep us going in the meantime. What's that over there?
Oh, what's this? This is my Prosecco. I didn't get my smoked salmon and eggs, but I did get my Prosecco. Well, Noah, what have we got here?
My burger. It looks lovely and it tastes lovely.
Oh my goodness. And Jacob, what have you got?
Pizza.
Oh my goodness. All fed and watered, and then it was time for us to head down to our gate. Everything seemed to be on time, so it wasn't going to be long before we were boarding. It's a bit scary there for a moment, wasn't it, going through boarding control?
Yes, completely separate to the airport itself. The airport has been great, really good, really well laid out, loads of things to do and see. Because we came in to Frankfurt and then went to connecting flights and then decided to leave because we wanted to go and see the big flickery departure board, we had to actually leave the airport. So we went through security and got our passport stamped, and then when we went and ate and did everything we wanted to do, when we were coming back in again, they started questioning why but then it turned out it was 2 people from security there, and we were getting really worried. They were like, it was from a trip we had to Tenerife back in May, and it said you have an entry but not an exit, and they're like, do you have a European Union identity card and all this? And we were getting really worried, thinking, oh my goodness, who looks at their passport?
People coming over to see us.
But you know, when you leave a country and you get your passport stamp, you put your passport away, who looks at it to see where the stamp is, or if indeed they stamped it? So we were getting really worried. Turns out it was stamped, it was on another page. They sincerely apologised, but they had us really stressed out for a wee while, didn't they? But in general, the airport's been great. There's loads of water stations everywhere for you to fill up your water bottles, plenty of food options. It's a big old airport, isn't it?
It is a big airport.
Yeah. But Lufthansa has been great. We're here, we seem to be on time. Our flights the gate moved, but I think that's quite common here, from Z25 to Z15. And we're due to take off at 2:10 and start boarding about 2:25, so fingers crossed it'll be in order.
Yeah. And then the layover, about, what was it, 5.5 hours, was actually all right, wasn't it? It's gone very quickly.
We were like researching Frankfurt Airport to find things to do. What can we do with the kids? What can we keep them entertained? It's a long time to be sitting here, but in reality, the time we got out, made the decision to leave the airport, went for a good mooch around to have a scan around, see a few things, then find somewhere to eat, wait to be served, eat, relax for a little bit. The time flew in, and we were coming back up here to the gate and we only had like an hour and a half to go, something like that. So we've just been sitting chilling, and we'll be boarding in the next 15-20 minutes. So all in all good, and fingers crossed for a smooth flight to the back.
Fingers crossed.
Oh look, you've got a lovely view.
I know, the 747s, there's two, look.
One there and one over there.
I know.
I would have loved us being on one of those.
Time to board. We got to have a walk through business class. Looked very nice and do convert into full beds. We then walked through premium economy. Not much different to economy. The seats were slightly larger. You can see that there was 2, a 3 and a 2. And then through to economy. You can see that we have tray tables that pull down. You have your in-flight shopping, safety card and briefing, and a view of the wing. Everyone's seated, the kids all with Paul in a row of 4, and I was meant to have someone next to me at the window, but luckily I got the seat next to me free, so I had the 2 seats all to myself for the entire flight. The Inflight Entertainment looked really good. There was lots of movies to choose from, old classics and new releases. So plenty there to see. And you also had your in-flight map so you could keep track of your journey. Again, it was time to push back and make our way off to the runway. We're running slightly behind schedule, not by too long, about half an hour all in all. But the captain kept us well informed, both in English and in German. And before we knew it, we were on our way. Bit of a bumpy takeoff with the wind and the rain. But once we were up above the clouds, it was nice and smooth. Everyone seemed settled on the flight. Jacob watching films, Noah fast asleep, Esme was fast asleep, and Paul was watching something there on his phone as well. They came round with drinks and snacks, which was nice. I had a nice little glass of wine, Esme had a Coke, Paul got himself a beer, so we could sit back, relax and watch a film before they brought round dinner. Now dinner was quite nice. They brought this little dessert which was like a vanilla sponge. It was like a couscous and chickpea salad that was in like a salsa sauce, bread roll, and they had this nice little brie and butter. And then for the main course, it was like a beef stew, like a beef red wine stew with a creamy mash. It was really tasty.
30 minutes to go.
Auf einen Dokumentationsfilm über die Rettungsreise in ihrem Unterhaltungsprogramm.
How are you, Esme?
Airlines ist eine Wohltätigkeitsorganisation.
Esme hasn't been very well on the plane. She's been sick a couple of times, so it's not unusual for Esme. She can get sick from motion sickness. It happened on our journey out to Orlando. It happens in the car quite frequently, especially on long journeys. We all managed to sleep, which was good. I think we all got a couple of hours, so it's really made the flight short for me. Food has been fantastic, really, really good, everything. It's rare that I like everything on the plane, so Lufthansa would definitely give a thumbs up. Coming into land at Dubai, make sure you sit on the left-hand side of the plane at a window seat. You get the most incredible view of the Burj Khalifa as you come into land. You can see the whole city lit up and it really is beautiful to see. The camera footage here really doesn't do it justice. Touching down in Dubai felt amazing. We were so excited to get off the plane and see our family. So that's the end of our travel day. We do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button and please share. And make sure you tune in next time for day 1.
Day